Hello viewers, welcome back to my channel Radhika TechHub. In this tutorial, I am going to explain life cycle of component. What are the events will be happen in the component life cycle? It is having main three phases. We are going to explain that in this tutorial. What is that? Mounting, updating and unmounting. In every component we will do the manipulations, we will retrieve the data, nothing but all these combined together of a life cycle of components. We will take an example of that. Mintra app or Amazon or we will purchase the products through online process, right? In that we are adding the products to the add to cart, nothing but a mounting. We are initializing the product selections. If you want to buy two items or two products, but for the selection we will at least 10 or 5 will be kept in the cart, add to cart. After that, in that we will remove some of the products, nothing but a unmounting. That is the last phase, right? After removing some products and after selecting the best of them, best of 10, we will process into buying. That is nothing but a updation. The online process all will be components, that is the life cycle phases. Mounting is the initialization, updation. We will select from those products, right? We are updating to buying the process and removing some products in that unmounting. So what is mounting? When will be it executed, and updating when it will be executed, and unmounting when it will be executed. So we will see first mounting. Mounting here it is a side effect. Why it is side effect means we will changing, right? We are changing the values of that initial value is something. After that what we want to change to something. So these sessions, these events, these actions is nothing but a side effects. Coming to this, it will be constructor. All we know that when the execution happens, the first execution will be the constructor. It is the main part or it is the initial part for us to initialize the values. And the render in class level component, I told already in the before tutorial also what is component. In that has been explained why what is the important of render in the class level components. If you want to know that clearly about, you can see that video. Before this video I am posting in the description box, so you can see that video what is render. And what render I will explain here also. It is render in the class level component h1 tag or any else of the component structure. Render is a main part for this. So component did mount. It is to initialize the values. We will declare the initializations in component did mount. It will be executed after the render method execution. It will be executed. And after update. As render, it always comes to the execution in the component of class level, and the component did update. If any changes we will do in the component are in the changes of props or state. A props also we know that from one component to another component we will pass the props if it is required. And the state we will store the data. In that happens any changes, the component did mount will be executed. And unmounting, it is the last phase of life cycle component. When it is removed from the DOM is nothing but a document object model. It is a program interface for web applications. We will do the structuring, styling, the contents we will declare in that component which is in the DOM. So component will unmount. If we remove, or if we remove, we'll take a button. If we remove one button, the component will unmount will be executed. We will see in the practical way. It will be we will execute in the programming. Let's see. I have already created our React project. Let's create our component for the life cycle. Component.jsx I am taking. So import the React for us. After that, they have to export to available for the other components, right? So export default class. I'm taking life cycle components, right? So extends because it is a component. So we have to take the render and after return. I am taking fragment. You can take div also. Life cycle of component. First we will see the output of this. So to get the output we have to import here in app.js. We will see the output. Life cycle of component. So we will perform now. First we will initialize the values. So take this dot state. I am taking the count. So I want to execute here. What is the count? So we have to take this dot state dot count. So we will see the output 0. It is coming, right? So to see big size we will take. You can visible now. Okay. Now we want to change the count and we want to see component did mount, right? We will call that component after rendering the component did mount is executing or not. We will see. Component did mount. We will see component did mount is executing or not. Here you can see component did mount. I will refresh once again. Is it executing, right? After rendering of all these in the DOM, it is executing. Component did mount. Now we will see update. So when it will executed, when the state or props will execution happen. So we will take one button. So when it will be on click, it has to happen this dot set state of count. We will see what happened. It is changing. Here you can see that component did update. So I will click again. It is 2. You can see here 2, 3, 4, 5. How many times I am clicking? You can see here. You can see here 21 times has been. It is the value of 21. You can see how many times has been clicked. These many times the update component did update has been executed. We will see component will unmount. I will refresh the page again. You can see here I am updating. The value has been changing. Those many times component did update will be happening. So I will comment this. I will save this. You can see component will unmount. When we if anything we will be removed from the DOM, it will be executed. And again it will be initiated. Component did mount, component will unmount. This is the how life cycle of component. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel, like me and comment me.